This could be bad, as we officially now confirm a lower low on the daily time frame for Bitcoin. The question everybody is wondering, how low are we going to go? A minor correction or a major dump? We're going to be answering that exact question today, diving deep into these charts. So make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure to click that bell for notifications, because we are bringing you the most timely Bitcoin updates here on YouTube. It is the revenge of Sam Bankman-Fried. As you can see right here, as Bitcoin came up to the major area of resistance, we were printing the dreaded Sam Bankman-Fried bearish man boot pattern on market Cipher B. You can see right here the money flow getting lower, the momentum waves getting lower, strangely resembling the chesticles and the mammaries of our good friend Sam Bankman-Fried, where the red pepperonis get lower, the man boobs get lower, the momentum waves, the money flow, it all gets lower as the price is getting higher. Now, here's the good news. This should not come as a surprise to us, because we were coming up to a key area of resistance. We are getting bearish signs, and this is why we were prepared for this short in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, giving the exact setup in advance, which is how we were actually able to hop into this short trade that I am in right now. By the way, if you do want to join this community where it's all about education, we give the levels in advance. We do 3 live streams every single day, walking through the live price action. We give the trade setups in advance. You can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. If you want to take advantage of trading on ByBit with 0% limit fees, taking advantage of this volatility, 0% limit fees. If you use my affiliate link, it's a special promotion for Jason Casper. Only if you know how to trade should you do this. Also, guys, if you do want to learn how to trade this way, having a plan in advance, knowing how to get into a trade, take profit, stop loss, all that kind of stuff, having a system, we have a 20% discount at jasoncaspertrading.com, and we also are offering our trading bot for free 14 days if you're interested. It's an amazing tool, free for 14 days if you use this coupon code. So we're expecting the pullback. We took the short. How low is Bitcoin going to come now? Well, there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is that we are actually currently holding the first major zone of support right now, the $21,827 level. This is a major zone of support that we have been looking out for in the Casper Crew VIP Discord now, literally for 20 days while we have been trading in this range. And if we lose this, then I think we can see much lower Bitcoin prices, 18 to 19K. Now, if we go to the weekly time frame, we can actually see right now that we are doing a good job holding this support. This is a support resistance flip going back to September, where we saw this last weekly high being closed right here. And now we're perfectly back testing this. And so this is, in my opinion, a make it or break it level. If we are able to hold this level, I do believe we will see another push up that will actually catch quite a few people off guard. But if we lose this level, it will be dump city, because as we can see right here, very smooth move up and very smooth move down. We had a very smooth move down right here, a very smooth move back up. It's like smooth moves, like the time you were in college and you ate all that White Castle at 3 o'clock in the morning. It was a very smooth move going down, but the next morning it was even smoother coming up. You didn't have to try, and then for the next day, it was definitely smooth coming back down. So let me just say, we need to be prepared for more movement to the downside. And if we take a look at what actually happened here on the order book, on this move down, we literally saw millions and millions of longs liquidated. 100 million, over hundreds of millions of traders liquidated right here in one single candle. It's absolutely crazy. So a lot of longs are totally out of the game right now. We have gotten a lot of people out of the market. And how are we going to know if we are going to hold support at a certain level? I like to use the 4-hour time frame, and I also like to use the opposite of Sam Bankman-Fried's bearish man boot pattern. For me, I like to use the uneven butt cheek pattern. Okay, the uneven butt cheek pattern is where you have a very juicy left butt cheek on the left of market Cipher B, and then a skinny old right butt cheek on the right here. Now, if we take a look at what's happening currently right here on market Cipher B, all right? That's how the right butt cheek talks, all right? The left butt cheek has an Italian accent, and it talks like this. And the right butt cheek has a Brooklyn accent, and she talks like this. She smokes too much, all right? Currently, right now, we are absolutely printing a bullish divergence on the 4-hour time frame, okay? So there is a really good chance that we could hold this support. Now, we need to keep in mind that typically when we are finding a macro bottom, we are going to see not only the momentum waves getting higher as the price gets lower, but also the money flow getting higher as the price gets lower. And if we do take a look here, perhaps we could say that the money flow is getting higher, but it's a little bit too hard to tell. All right, it's a little bit too hard to tell. If we lose this level, what are the levels below us that we really need to be aware of? Well, here's the truth. If we take a look at the higher term timeframes, we can see that now that we are officially trading below this blue line, this $23,300 level, it's more probable than not that we actually make our way back down first to the $20,000 level and then second to the mid-18s. And here's why. Every asset is always looking to find equilibrium in the market, a fair value for the asset. And the way we're going to determine fair value is by looking at the volume. The volume is at what price did most of the asset exchange hands. Okay, so right here, this is a volume profile, and it's telling us most of the Bitcoin was bought and sold between the prices of $18,500 and $23,000, which means the market has established, the free market has established, that a fair price for one Bitcoin is between $18,500 and $23,000. Which means if the price comes above that fair value, it's considered overbought and we look for a correction to the downside. And if price comes below that fair value, it's considered oversold and we look for a correction to the upside, right? The pendulum will always swing the other way. Well, if we take a look at this chart here, we can see something very significant. Officially now, from the time of November, around November 20th, we have been putting in higher highs and higher lows on these high turn time frames. Low, high, higher low, higher high. What that means to me is we are being set up now for an amazing opportunity to enter into a very nice swing long position, because we know the probabilities are higher than not that we will make our way back down to some of these lower levels, 20K or even the mid-18s. If we take a look at what is down here, we can see that this is actually the low of the fair value of Bitcoin. So if we get a move back down to here, which now is more probable, right? Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it means it's more probable. It's all about probabilities. We can see that we have another confluence down here, which is the Fibonacci golden pocket retracement from the low to the high. Not only that, but we can see we have a very clear support resistance flip where we had support 3 times in the summer, support 3 times in the fall, resistance in the winter, and now we have a major value area low where the price will be considered oversold, right? Bitcoin will be considered cheap down here, as well as the Fibonacci golden pocket. This could be a very, very nice bounce to make a higher low and then potentially even put in a higher high. And again, what we are going to be looking for on Market Cipher B as we come down here is we're going to be looking for those bullish divergences. Now, full disclosure, guys, I'm actually still in the swing long trade setup that I gave also in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Literally, we gave the long from the bottom, we gave the short from the top, and I'm actually really looking to add to this trade as we continue down here, right? I'm still holding the position from that low, and I am going to be adding to it. And honestly, guys, this is one of the zones that I have added a little bit to the position. And the reason is because this is a major support, and I do see those bullish divergences, and I do think there's a chance we could get a move up from here. But here's one thing that we really do need to keep in mind right now. Even if these 4-hour bullish divergences do play out, we need to be very, very prepared for a lower high to be put in. And the reason is because market structure locally, not on the high term time frame, but locally, has officially now flipped into a downtrend, because we put in a high, we put in a low, we put in a lower high, and now we put in a lower low, officially taking out the previous higher low. And so if we do get a move up from these 4-hour bullish divergences, now we need to be very prepared actually to look for a rejection from a retest of this zone right here between 23,000 and about 23.3K, right? There's a very good chance, even if we get a move up here, we just put in a lower high and then get another drive to the downside. So although I am adding to my longs here, I am being cautious and I will look to take profits at a lower high or just assess the situation, right? Part of being a good trader is understanding how to interpret the markets in real time. If you were here for my live stream earlier today, you saw how we were doing that, how we were making a plan in real time, assessing the data that was coming in the real time. Okay, so we do need to be prepared for all of these things. And in addition, we need to be paying attention to 2 major charts. Number one, we need to be paying attention to the S&P 500 as well, because the S&P 500, although this is a very sloppy looking chart right here, let me clean this up for us. The S&P 500 is also now printing lower lows and lower highs on some of these key time frames. And if we take a look right here, we can see that the S&P 500 has also come up near a zone of key resistance. And so again, we would be looking for a move back down to a very important zone of support, which is going to be around that 39.50 zone. 39.50 lines up very nicely with the level that we're looking at with Bitcoin right down here at around $19,000. Both key supports, and if we do come down there, we need to be looking for a bounce from that level. Why is this so important? As you can see, we have some nice intersectionality here where we have a trend line from January 2022 to our present day. Again, confluence with a weekly level and a golden pocket Fibonacci retracement. So be keeping your eyes on this as well. If we see the S&P 500 start to get bullish again tomorrow, or over the week, well, it doesn't trade over the weekend, or next week, right? Then we can expect Bitcoin to actually get another move up. But if we see this continue to make bearish market structure, we can continue to expect a move to the downside. So guys, be prepared. Make sure that you are planning your trades accordingly. Make sure that you are managing your risk accordingly here. And that is it for today's video. God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, the Messiah. I do pray everybody is very, very blessed, and I will see you all in that next video. Peace.